Hi, I don't know what to say. I hate doing intros. Let's just do a remote viewing target together. Yes. So I have a target number written on a piece of paper that I have here on the table with me. It is from an online target pool. So let's go and remote view this target. So I don't know how much I should explain the process or if we should just go, but so the first thing I do is I look at my target number on the paper and I just let things come. Ooh, it feels like a grave. Initial element. Well, it's not an element, it's not a thing, it's initial impressions. So I'll write impressions. Here I can put all the abstract stuff like feelings that aren't really a thing. Feels like a grave. We're off to a good start. It could change. It could, it's just a feeling. Ooh, a life form. Initial element, red element, life form. Something is funny here. Strange combination with feels like a grave, but yeah, life form. Have it again. I'm getting an object. Objects are always orange for me in the beginning. That's why I write orange item element. Such weird vibes. I don't like being there. It tastes bad in my mouth, like a cardboard box. I don't like the smells. It's like an old attic, like old, and I don't like this target. No, I don't. It's old place. Life form again. Yep. It's nice to put our initial elements on a page just to have them. So we have a life form and some sensations, and we've got some kind of an object. Let's just start with our probes. It's good to go because I'm getting the life form so many times repeatedly, so it's kind of like I'm not getting new elements. It's not a lot of elements, but we can still grab them, other elements later. Oh, I don't like his feeling. No. Ew, I don't like to touch this man or whatever this is. The sensations. No, I don't want to touch this person. No, it feels old, like stone path and old, and like I don't like being here. I can write sensations so I don't have to specify. I did a couple of T probes. Let's do F. Everything I write, I try as best as I can that it's pure RV. Well, I already wrote like from my own thinking. Okay, let's just write. This person feels regal. It's like a very sophisticated, type of person, someone well mannered, someone very proper. I like this feeling. This. I would like to ask what you are doing. Was it to me or with me? With me. Lifeform asks me. I put it down here so we have it in chronological order. Some kind of hairs or whiskers that seemed to be blonde, but we don't know yet. Heavy. It's wet here. There's water. Let's just draw. It's fun to draw and see our target landscape start to take form. So we have like water around or on or near this person or life form. It's really cute to start to draw and just adding things on it. It smells bad. It smells like an old attic. No, I don't like to go here. No. Old fabrics, old garments, old. They're kind of thick and coarse, woven fabrics, like you have threads going like this, and then you have threads going like this. And it's coarse. It's like, it's not what we wear today. It's not. It's very old. It's not nice at all. I don't like it. No. I don't want to touch this thing. No, it's bad here. It's bad. It feels so old and strange. I don't want to be. There could be some gold or metal ornaments around the head, like coins. We don't know yet, but it was like kind of like that. But let's not write things that we don't know. Oh no, now I have to touch it. Okay, you have to touch the life form. Now imagine you have this red element here. You're gonna have to touch it. I'm not doing it alone. If you're watching this, you have to touch it. Just imagine you put your hand on it. What do you feel? Slimy and wet? Like, yes. Laughing. See, I told you that something was funny here. Even though I don't think it is. I don't think it's funny. It feels bad. Someone's laughing. I'm not, but there's this vibe about it. Ew. Okay, I'm gonna just do it on a dare. It's a bad place. I don't like here. No, it's so dark. It's like background. It's completely, it's black and it's dark blue. It's like, it's not nice. Most places have light and you can see and it's bright and look around. This place is dark and it smells musty and it's like this, no, like attic, but it's dark. I don't like it. Let's go to the object. Actually, let's use my SQ probe on it. Oh my god, why did I say that? Now I have to do it. It's another touch probe. Oh, he feels like pleasantly surprised. Okay then. It's not a bad person. Slimy. Why? Okay, object. Calmness, peace. An old remnant place. It smells bad here. Ugh. It's like a box. We have some kind of a box, which is not heavy, and it's like, it's not a modern material. It's kind of weird. No. The life form owns it. I don't know why, but RV loves to tell me things like about objects like nobody owns it, or the life form owns it, as if I even want to know about ownership. But to remote viewing it's somehow important information. I don't know. Some threads come off it, heavy, almost as if set in place. It's almost like fixed, attached. Yeah, it is attached to where it is. You cannot move it. Water surrounds it. I actually felt water right from the beginning when I looked at the target number. But then I started getting so many other things. Not nice. Oh my gosh, yuck. I don't even want to know. Metal. Cold, like steel. It feels cold. Icy cold. Like wooden chairs. Wooden poles. Like old materials. Wood. Who uses wood anymore? It's old. Nasty. Not metallic inside it. Alright, we have initial stage and first part of second stage finished, which was kind of done quickly. I was kind of eager to get it done. Let's choose, for this one, let's choose one element and do a thorough job on it, as it will reveal the others. I can't decide if I want to do it on the life form or the object. I think we'll just do the life form. Let's just do DS probes. It's one of my more new visual probes. It's really good. Let's see if I can get the life form from the target number and not from my memory. I think it's better that way. Let me try to get it from the number. Yep. Oh, it feels like a female. Interesting. I'm always surprised because my default is to always assume everyone is male. So whenever I get a female, it's like an extra detail. Feels like, doesn't mean it is. A lot of males feel like female, and a lot of females feel like male. So if you go by the feeling of a life form, you can get it wrong. You really can. Calm, serene. So I'm getting information impressions more so than visual right now. I'm working on the life form. DS life form. I'm doing on the life form element. I don't have to get it from the number. I can use it from here as well. No weapons here. There's an old wooden gate door. I don't like it. It's so old and it feels weird. All these weird materials. I don't feel well here because I'm in a place where I don't want to go to. Like, I wouldn't want to go here. We have this wooden gate thing. I saw it even opening and I felt it like soft, like opening. I did not like this. I don't want to go here, but so what do we have? Let's do some more DS probes on the life form. Actually, here it comes. They are cleaning here. Sweeping. Like, even the activity of sweeping is like old. Like, who sweeps today? We have so many things to do. But in the past, it's like a past kind of sweeping. Like, even the sweeping feels like we're in an old time where we don't want to be. Resilience. I'm getting these weird words. They're kind of big words, like serene, resilience. They're kind of like bigger words than I would use normally. It feels like you know, literature. Like, you're, even though the place feels simple, these words are more like elevated intellect or education kind of words. You know, it's kind of a mismatch in a sense, you know, the place versus the words. It's not like the words we're getting are not ordinary everyday life kind of words. It's a bit elevated, sophisticated, like how I described the life form. You know, I think you know what I'm getting at. Coats. Coats, old coats. The life form, and this is where my DS probe shines. The life form has a thick coat. I don't know if there's a collar, but imagine this thick woven coat. I don't know, the fabrics are weird. I don't know, it's weird. It could be the 1960s, you know, it also had weird textiles and sensations, but imagine, like today, to you and me, a coat is a coat. We go to the store, it doesn't cost a lot, it's no big deal, we can replace it after a couple months. But we found ourselves in a place where a coat is a coat. It's thick, it's woven, it's coarse, the fibers are coarse, and a coat means something more. It lasts more years. You put on the coat, and it's not like today, you put on a coat, go out and do stuff. You wear a coat. It's heavy on you. It's a heavy fabric coat. The complete mentality, I'm going crazy, I'm going nuts here over the coat. I'm losing my mind inside this target. I'm going into a different mentality about coats. It's not our time. It's not our time. This coat is weird and I don't like it. And a part of me is going hysterical and I'm freaking out because I'm getting like panic attack anxiety. I'm not the person who does, but it's the sensations of being here. I don't like to be here and I'm getting anxious. I don't like being here because it's a different time. So we have a coat which is Oh my God, I'm scared. This is crazy. I'm like, imagine you're sliding in like on a slope of mud and you're just slowly losing your grip and going somewhere you're not really wanting to go. And I'm getting into these fabrics and this coat, and the sensations are overwhelming, and the feelings are very strong, and it's like I can't breathe, and I don't usually get like this, but the target pull I'm using is very strong signals. Also, we don't know what the target is yet. I don't know what it is. Neither should you. Don't cheat. Don't look ahead of time. You should explore it as I explore it. Okay, let's do more DS probe on the life form element. This person is not mad. All right. Not childish either, which all fits together because I'm describing the person as regal, sophisticated. It's not a childish, playful. It's a person who's educated and has learned the manners and has, you know, has a culture of how to be and how to behave, you know, not spontaneous, not random, not making jokes or running about like kids. Is not childish either. The gate. We need to look at the gate. Some glasses, like wine glasses. These big glasses with... I don't like the coat. I'm inside the fabrics of the coat and I can't breathe. It's so stuffy. Interesting metals are hanging, like gold chains from the ceiling. There's like metals, like chains hanging from the ceiling, kind of thing. We don't know the exact detail yet, but this is such a serene person. It's when I approach this life form, it is calm. This person is calm. To an extent that I've rarely come across. It would not apply to everyone like this. It's very clean here. Someone has been sweeping. It's already been done, the cleaning work. It's clean. Not angry. Not an angry mentality of this person. Not someone who would rush. The teeth have not been polished, so the teeth are a bit... I wouldn't say the teeth are not clean, but I feel like there's a plaque. Like, they don't have the customs of toothbrush that we have today. Again, it's like an older time. It's not like a dirty mouth, but there's plaque, like it hasn't been scrubbed and brushed for a long time. It's different than people today. It's weird to see and to feel that. This person is never in a hurry. It all fits together very well, what I'm getting. The object is more important, which I call a redirect. This person doesn't want to be told to leave. Can I ask you a question? Life form asks me. Yes, of course you can. What would you do if I were really sad to you, life form? I would then like to know what has made you feel so sad. I don't want to tell you. My life has been full of melancholy. So maybe the calmness is also this, what I now learn from conversations. A melancholy, a sadness, it all fits together really well. I don't encourage conversations, and I sometimes don't answer or speak to them, but I do write down what they say to me. Let's make this consistent. Let's keep doing the DS on the life form. Who brought you here? I did, myself. What did you bring yourself here with? And now you see this sentence is a bit weird, which could also suggest a different time, a different language, different way of thinking, because we wouldn't say a sentence like this today. Actually, that's a good question. Like, how am I there? Well, remote viewing, I'm not going to say that. I don't want to get into that conversation with this being. I am just here and looking around, even though I don't want to be there. It's creepy. I wouldn't go, like, let's say it like this. I wouldn't go to this place in real life. I wouldn't want to go there. Whatever, I don't even know where I am, but I'm feeling it. And I'm kind of seeing blurry a bit. I wouldn't go here. I would like you to excuse me now. It speaks very calm and sophisticated like that. I won't respond. Weird sensations. I almost feel like this is a fish, like we're in the sea. Like the feeling is like that. I am not mad or bad-tempered, life form says to me. Yes, I know that. I can feel that, I say. How do you know me so well, life form? I just feel things around here. I can feel a lot. You know, it's so fun to talk to life forms in a target because I have no idea who it is. So once I know who it is, you know, it's kind of like, it's interesting to talk to someone you haven't seen or know who it is. You can have a conversation on a whole different level that way than if you saw them or thought you knew who it is or thought you know something about them. Then it's so different. It's so naked. It's so pure and unarmed. Like it's so accessible. You have no walls up, even though you can't see them. The walls are down between the two of you. It's just a pure exchange, without the prejudices, without the physical solidity. It's a whole different way of talking to someone. I don't want to feel bad here. Well, I'm trying to use my visual probes, so this is actually right now a nuisance and a distraction, because I want to get my visuals. Oh gosh, the coat. I don't like the life form. No. Oh, it has like, I don't like it. It has like a hat and it's in a dark place. It moves very slowly. It's like creeping, like moving through water. It's kind of freaky like that. Everything is so slow and like sinking in the water feeling. Let's do TS probe. It's also a visual probe. There's a big wheel. There's a big wheel in the horizontal. It's like cogwheel or steering wheel. Again, a very strange old thing. Kind of brown orange. Don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like these things. So we have a staircase that goes down. Staircase. So we're starting to have, we have like a wooden gate and some old coats and a staircase and old place. I don't like it. Old wooden chairs. Did I mention chairs before? I think I did. It's like old wooden chairs. Oh gosh. I don't like. This is not a place where I would go. I would not be happy if I was suddenly wake up and I was suddenly here. I wouldn't want to be here. Or if there was a door I could open and I could go here, I would not go here. I don't feel, I don't like being here. It's not like a bad, angry, dangerous, hostile, painful place. I just don't like the vibe, the oldness. I don't want to like be here. Yeah, it feels like a woman. It feels like a woman. Yeah, the teeth are really bad. It's like the front of the upper teeth have scratch or like worn inward, but in the center of the teeth, not the bottom or the top. Across the center, it's like worn, wearing, so that you get this indentation. Very strange. Worn teeth on the front exterior of the upper jaw teeth. worn inward in the center of the teeth. Very unusual, like, I don't even understand. Someone's sitting on a chair. It could be a rocking chair. Like the chair leans back. Something's moving the chair from underneath the chair. It's like it spins around, like. There are no books here. I'm good at finding books if there are any. I like to read in them or feel into them. It looked as if this would be a woman who curls together, sits down, props the knees up, and just hugs the body and goes like, it looked like, you know, the Peruvian mummies, the females, the girls. I'm not saying it is that, but it sat down and curled together like that. And again, and some kind of an, reminds me somehow of grave, or, you know. Teeth are oddly worn. This person doesn't talk much. It did with me, kind of, but in general, it's not someone who talks much. This person doesn't want to feel bullied. And earlier we had the person doesn't want to be told to leave. This person feels in his or her life that this person is being pushed around by others and doesn't like that. I got this data. Doesn't want to wear a pretty dress, but tries to look good. Dress was the word used. Again, maybe that it's a female. So doesn't really want to wear a pretty dress, but tries to look good. That's an interesting data. Not like always really wants to look good and enjoys it. It's kind of a hassle. It's kind of a hassle to look good, but tries to make some effort, but it's kind of a nuisance, is the impression we get from this sentence. Does put some thought into what the person looks like, how it comes across, but doesn't really care. More like has to do it, or doesn't really like to, but does. The teeth are oddly worn. It's just not a mischief or mayhem kind of person. It's not childish. It's not doing mischief. I mean, it's a calm, it's an interesting personality we're getting here. It's not common. This is not a typical personality profile whatsoever. I've remote viewed possibly just hundreds of humans, and this isn't a typical character. We're in a very strange place. There's some natural fiber ropes. don't want to be here. I really don't want to be here. Oh, I'm feeling the target's emotions. I started to almost cry and sobbing and feeling I don't want to be here. It's the person's emotions. It's not mine. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but you know, I go there and I become the target. I'm feeling the target from its own perspective. I could tell myself it's a target, but you know, I just dive in and I become the target. So it's not like I'm telling myself these aren't my emotions. But sometime in a remote viewing, I can suddenly realize, oh, it wasn't me. But I have to become the target. That's how I remote view. My method is called empathic cognizance. Empathy. You have to feel what someone else is feeling. So let's be sad for a while. Let's go. It feels very calm here. Very calm, peaceful place, but not happy. There's some holes or crack in the skull of this life form. Also saw it lying on its side with the knees propped up. Oh, this was supposed TS and DS. I'll be using both. Let's do EE on life form. It's a visual probe. This person was never allowed to be playful. It's like a strict childhood, like told to not play or run about as a child even. I'm just thinking it might make a person feel very inhibited, like I'm not allowed to express oneself, which could also maybe cause the melancholy. I'm just thinking here. Like this personality isn't that the person just grew up into an adult and calmed down. It's more of being restricted, inhibited. Weird items, wooden posts and wooden sticks on furniture and items of wood. Like a rocking chair indoors. It feels like all natural materials like stone and wood. This was a child who was never allowed to play. That sounds terribly sad. There's definitely like no technology here, no electronics, computers, airplanes, televisions. There's nothing like that here. We're in a place without all of that. Let's do some DS probe on the life form. I I am not afraid of you, life form to me. You do not have to be afraid of me. I am very friendly. Oh, are you? Life form, almost like arrogantly, almost like, oh, are you? Like as if I already did something that showed that I am not friendly and that they have to be afraid of me, as if I'm kind of like contradicting myself here. That's how the response was. The floor feels very hard and cold. There are no parties here. There's a wooden horse or something. Reminds me of the Trojan horse stories, but it's like made out of planks. Nobody is singing here. Someone is sitting on an old wooden chair, as already established. Oh, we have the chairs also. I mean, this is a good drawing of what we have. I would like to say something. Why are you communicating with me? Lifeform asked me. I'm just going to ignore that because I'm trying to do some visual probes. Let me do HP probes on the lifeform. Furniture, bookshelves, shelves indoors in a dark room. There is not much time left for me. I know that, Lifeform says. I feel like this person is being chased down, which would make sense with all of this being bullied around and told to leave. This is not a mentally ill person, but very fascinating. This is some of this is what I write and describe from my sensations that I'm having, but some of this is pure from RV. This sentence, for example, is the last sentence is entirely from remote viewing, telling me word by word. This person has eaten a lot of sugar. Could explain the teeth being worn. Something to do with the teeth again. This person is seen going down the stairs and we hear the clop clop sound. I think it's wearing some shoes. There is no love here. Also no anger. Only hesitancy and times lost. All of that came from RV. You can start to understand why I'm not comfortable here. There is no love here. And it feels like a grave. I mean, imagine these sensations that we're getting now. I'm starting to be able to write down. So you can imagine how it feels to go to this place. It's not nice there. Ropes. There's a rope that has rectangular wooden boards attached to the rope by 2 holes on the top border of the board. And this rope was somehow around the person. Oh no. It's like an old manor. Like an old estate. Big residential building. It's like kind of 1700s style. I don't know what time period we're in. This big mansion, not like stone and castles, but like clearly even today it would be a very expensive building. There are no toilets inside the building. So that would suggest we're in an older time period before we had indoor plumbing, which would correlate with everything we're having here so far. Why are you looking at me? As I was using my HP probe, a visual probe on the live one, it gets distracting when they talk, because when I start to look at them, they see me looking at them, and that can make this very, very difficult, because they're disrupting my work. The nose is okay. We're getting some good HP probe data. Let's just use the same painting here. Some good visuals through the HP probe. The person has a large nose. The nose from side profile makes a really big, comes out a lot and has a big dip downward, like dips down, and like a, kind of unusual. So there's some lips. You can see this is a very interesting profile. So we can just draw the eyes just so we know. So this is the nose. You know how the lobes go. Interesting, isn't it? To get a visual glimpse of a person's nose from a remote view in target is absolutely phenomenal. It is absolutely incredible. If we just think about that fact for a moment, how incredible is it to get even one piece of good visual data, to have seen and accessed a target site. Now look at that nose. Very prominent, interesting nose. Most people don't have a nose like that. Absolutely remarkable. Let's keep using the HP probe. I'm going to use the HP probe on the visual I just had of the nose and see where we get through there. There are no children's play allowed here. We already know this, but here it is again. Which again, you can kind of start to feel how it's not a nice place to be. There's no love here, there's no playing allowed. I think most people wouldn't like to be in this place and wouldn't feel well there, because I don't feel well here. I don't like, I start crying. This person, it's like this person was raised, indoctrinated to be a melancholic character, and exists in this blue veil of despair and inhibition, sadness. And that had to be this person's mind and personality. Like, imagine not knowing how to laugh anymore. And the target will turn out it's just a car or the Eiffel Tower. I don't know what it is yet, but like, I'm telling the story. Let's keep going. The ears are filled with earwax. That's a good clue. It could also suggest an earlier time period. So we're having some hygiene problems. Well, hygiene is a culture. It's different from time and place, how people deal with personal hygiene and what we do and what we don't. But this place has a different hygiene profile than our time and place. So that's interesting. Everything indicating an older time. And look at that nose. Who looks like that? Oh no, I don't like the fabrics, the coat. I don't like the coat, it feels bad. Thick, brown, woven. Like, let's do HP probe on the coat. Someone's on a rocking chair. Isn't this creepy? Like you can feel all these vibes and then you just see someone rocking on a rocking chair. Like isn't this one's like a scary story, this one, because it feels scary and we're getting these, seeing these little visuals. It's gonna scare us a lot. I mean, it's not scary, it just feels like creepy, you know. It isn't really, this isn't a scary target. It's not dangerous or pain or, you know, injuries, but it's just kind of creepy vibe. Old rug with worn out fibers. It was a rug that's like a woven rug with green coloration in it and possibly white also. You know these rugs and then on the border you end up with these bare threads. Yeah, that's... There is a glass with hot kava. Harvey said kava, like coffee or something, with hot kava. I don't use that word, it sounds so funny. Kava. I think it means coffee. Which means we're tapping into different languages here, which is really cool. There is a glass with hot kava. I love that. I love it. It's an old woman. I don't fully know yet, but we're getting... We'll know in the end if I keep working. There's some bugs crawling on the floor. Bugs or worms or maggots crawling on the floor. It looked like white maggots crawling. That's always nice. What a strange bunch of stuff. I mean, the stuff we're getting is so... I mean, can you start to see why I don't like being here? There's ropes, there's earwax, there's woven rugs, hot kava, and maggots crawling on the floor, and rocking chairs, and there's no toilets in the building. Like, can you just feel the vibe that all of this is gonna, like, all this stuff? It's not nice, is it? Like, you wouldn't go there. You would never want to be here. Like, all this... It's not... We're not at home. Like, we're in a weird place. It's not fun. All right, I have a very close visual of the red element life form. So I'm going to use that on an HP probe. The hands and fingers are not clean. It's black dirt on the fingertips, and the hands haven't been washed. You'll just never see this today, unless you encounter a man who was out doing gardening without gloves and tilling the soil and planting the flowers. And then he comes in and washes the hands. You will not see hands that are dirty like this today. You just won't see it. Because our people, when our hands get this dirty and black, we'll find water somewhere and just rinse the hands or use soap. You just don't see fingers dirty like this today. It's just not a thing anymore. Or it's just a strange place we are in. There are no automobiles or buses here, Arby says. Well, yeah, I don't expect there to be. I don't like this target. I don't like. Oh, the ears are completely filled with earwax. Oh, which is interesting, because we're in a different time, I'm sure. Oh, the coat and the hat. I don't like. It's a woven. It's a woven. It's a long coat, and it's, you know, these sacks, like potato sacks. It's that kind of a coarse, itchy fabric. And it has orange, it's mostly just orange colors. And it's this itchy, it's not made out of wool, it's more like made out of dried grasses of some kind, you know. It's this itchy, like you have, it's like straw itches, it's coarse, it's, I don't know why. I would not wear this. It would itch on my back, and it has these pokey straw pieces coming out. It's so freaky. Oh. And the hat. The hat is long and pointy, like a big hat. It's huge, and it's orange. I don't like the colors. It's freaky. Freaky hat. Oh, this is scary. Let's not forget the nose. Let's just add the nose. Can you see how freaky it is to go here? Like put all of this together. Like it's just it's not what we're used to. It's just not normal. I feel so out of place and unwell here. It's so nasty. I can't deal with the feelings. I can't deal with the feelings, because I'm becoming, I become this person. I go in, I dive inside of the feelings. I don't like the feelings of any of it. I don't like the feeling of the coat, the fibers. It's very unsettling. I don't enjoy it. This is bad. Look at this. All right. There are no books or tapestries here, RV says. That's interesting. Most places have books. This person is curled together like this. Like here's the knees, toes, the head. Holding the arms, holding. Just curled together like this. It's like curled together. Let me write here. Curled. Curled together. By now my logical mind is screaming at me and telling me this is all false, it can't be this. This usually happens during a session. I'm just gonna have to go back to the signal and just know what I'm doing. And in here, just so we know what we're looking at. Curl together. Okay. The hair is very long and black. We have long black hair. Which I'm just going to assume that this one also has long black hair. That's my assumption, that it's the same. So my assumption is that it's the same person. Very straight, long black hair. I'm so curious to see what the target is. There are no books or papers. There are no books or papers. Interesting. Most places definitely have books or papers. This person has to remember everything important because there are no written records, so this person has to remember instead. Imagine what that's like. If there are no books or papers and you have to really remember all of the knowledge that you need to know. Imagine that for a moment, because we don't understand that. That's a whole different way to live. Cupboard. Shelves. Someone is talking here. Rocks and stones. Somebody lies down on the bed. Lots of bugs in the kitchen. This house is filled with bugs on the floor, crawling like a pile. I see a pile of bugs, insects on the floor indoors where a person lies down on the side on a bed. It's a pile of bugs. You could take a shovel, a small shovel, and pick up this pile of bugs. Oh, they have a beautiful garden outside. Has also rose or red flowers. Beautiful garden outside. Amazing, with flowers in the bushes. I'm seeing branches with green leaves, bushes with branches with green leaves. Beautiful. There's a strange, this wheel that we had is a strange ornament here. Crushed dried leaves, scratch marks on the floor, ground outside, and water. Also scrape marks. On the wheel, so we have this strange wheel, and on top of it is some kind of a taller structure. I don't know the color yet. Lots of flowers around here. Pink flowers. It's really pretty. It's good if you draw everything you see and sense that you can draw, because it will help you to, it helps to bringing the target to completion because of various reasons. It's really pretty. And all these bushes. I'm really liking this nature part of the target. I don't really feel well indoors, but this nature is quite nice. Being outdoors, I feel better. Nature will always be nature, but the human environment can be very strange in some times, in some places, with weird sensations. But I feel quite well in the nature. It's a very wet environment. We have a lot of water. Not sure exactly how it fits in yet, but it's very wet here. Yes. Grave. I looked at the target. So all of this we have been pulling out of the target number so far and just skipping stones further and further out for more detail. But as I look at the target number on my paper here again, I get the same initial impression as we had in the very beginning, graves. Let's just explore that sensation for a bit. Let me do an HP probe in the general area of the grave sensation. I didn't really have a good visual, it was more of a sensation, but I kind of have a grayish color and black around it. So I'll just find a point there to use this visual probe and see what we can see there. Lots of cookies were left here. Lots of cookies were left here. Like food, baked little cookies. Let's also write graves, just so we know where we're at. Nothing holy here. So we have like graves, yet we're not having any impressions of religious or churches in the sense of like holy or beautiful or gods and angels. We're not getting the beautiful kind of graves type of, it's more of a different sensation of graves, you know. I don't like the fabrics that they wear. It's very heavy and it's coarse and it's thick woven, and the material is not soft, almost like straw, very itchy. It will poke you in the back on your skin. It will pinch your skin and itch, and it's not comfortable. But I guess it keeps, I think this coat keeps people dry more so than even warm. I think it like repels water, it doesn't absorb water, kind of a waxy straw almost type of sensation. It doesn't mean it is, I don't know yet. This person doesn't like to think a lot, said Army. Sometimes I emphasize that it's RV data because it's more pure, even more exact. To know that it's direct RV word by word means it's even more exact than just me describing something by myself of what I feel. Maggots. No texts have been written about this place. Yeah, there's this strange bell. It's like It's kind of like a church bell. This bell, this could be the item, object, element, actually. So this keeps showing up. So let's just do some work on this bell. You don't need to feel anxiety when you come here. You are welcome here. A person very kindly says to me when I'm inspecting the bell. Somehow, maybe this person is aware that I feel kind of uneasy and anxious here. So that was nice to say this to me. There is nothing fun here. Now imagine a place with no fun. Children not allowed to play. There is no love in this place. And we're having graves. So you can kind of, and there's maggots. And the hands are dirty. And there's earwax. Like, we're starting to get the words down on the paper. You can start to understand how I feel unwell here. Like, I'm starting to be able to give you the bits and pieces of what we have. Now imagine I felt this. I felt the whole place kind of. I felt all of this right from the start. But I'm just starting to get the words to explain and to explore and find the things that are there. And it's just not a good place that we would want to go to. There is no glass material. This is a nice clue. There are no glass windows. Well, we had like a wine glass type of thing. I don't know, it could have been a cup. But there's no glass material. So, blood. Blood seeping down. Somewhere blood pouring down, I thought. But the garden is beautiful. They're like rose bushes or flower bushes. Someone is there. And some cookies are here. Water nearby, like a creek. Feels very calm here, though. It's like we're in a forest. Someone's using like a needle and thread. Someone got knocked down. So again, we have that someone gets captured or forcibly moved by another person. Someone gets bullied here. Interesting cactus grows here. Cactus. We have, let me draw the sand first. We have like a sand like this, and then there's these interesting cactus. They're like, or succulents. They're just like this. Lots and lots and lots of them. Cactus. Or succulents, probably. This one. And like on a sand cactus. A I'm gonna write succulents. RV wanted to call it cactus, but I would guess it could be like succulents. Interesting. We're starting to see, like you can kind of see like what I'm seeing here. You're starting to see it. And I've told you about the textures and the feelings. No. The shoes were weird. The shoes are strange, like could be wooden clog shoes with rope strings. And the shoes distinctly smelled like feces or manure. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. This person has definitely stepped with the shoes in some cow feces or like on a farm and manure. Very definite poop smell from these shoes. There is no violence here. Oh, very nice leaves. Very nice leaves. Very nice. Big heart-shaped leaves. Very large. Cool. Yes. Leaves like that. Unusual. Kind of like plants. These grow from the ground. They're not part of a tree or bushes. It's these big, lush leaves. He would have wanted to write things down. But they do not have any scripture yet, Arlie says. They scrape onto stones to leave a mark. Yeah, I have these, Arlie says. Yeah, I see this surface which has scrape lines like on a stone. I described it earlier as well, I think. Someone is sitting on a chair and is contemplating. And this person gets taken away. It's an old person, like an old woman. Doesn't ever get angry. Just feels inconvenienced. And the nose is really big like that. It looked as if this person was sitting on the chair and got dropped into the water on the chair. And like the chair is spinning around with the person sitting on the chair. Why are you following me? Are you hoaxing me? Asks me. I don't know what hoaxing me means, but I will not answer. We are not in a prison. This person is free. is free to leave. There are many mice here inside a room or building. That's also interesting. Because we don't really usually have that today. Butterflies or other similar flying insects are flying here. It was like white and black wings moving. Oh, a sand cave! We have a sand cave. I just saw it and it was gorgeous. It was a mount, like so, and it has an entrance like so, and we can go inside, and it's a sand cave, and it was really nice to see it. It's a sand cave. It was a sand cave. A sand cave. This I liked to see. This one didn't scare me. This one was fun to see. This was nice. Look at what we have. It's cool, isn't it? You can see that it's cohesive. It kind of all fits together really nicely. The colors and the textures and the nature, and it's so nice, all of this, what we have. I really love this. I'm starting to like this. I like what we have. Well, obviously, let's go into the sand. Well, it's not obvious. I'm usually like roaming about when I remote view, and I usually do not go into the obvious places like the sand cave. So let's just go into the sand cave, because obviously everybody wants me to go in there. But otherwise, if I hadn't told myself to go in there, I wouldn't have even gone there. I would have been just getting lost in this and that and guided by entirely other things than logical intellect. But let's just go there against my better remote viewing knowledge, you know, because remote viewing has me look at other things. I'm in a different kind of thought process. But I know that logically I'm meant to go into the sand cave, so let's just go. Oh, there are rats and mice there. There are rats and mice or a cat in the sand cave. There's some animals like that. Nothing holy about the sand cave. It gets mostly filled with trash, RV says. A golden ring. Doesn't mean it's gold, but it was kind of yellow. A thick ring around someone's finger. No children are allowed here, which makes sense considering children aren't allowed to play here. Someone gets forcibly trapped here. I see a person again like this and with the knees up against the body and tied with ropes and like transported by other people into, it was like white bricks like almost like locked into a small space, maybe a grave, or I don't know what's going on. Oh, the bushes are nice. I love plants. One of my favorite things lately is I really love botany in remote view. I love seeing the different species of plants. Check this one out. This one is very cool. I think I've seen this kind of plant. No, pay attention, I'll show you. It looks like the succulents we drew. It looks, I've seen this plant. I think it's a house plant. I've definitely seen this one. So it has like these, I've definitely seen this one. It has like these sections, almost like phalanges of the finger. And it's dark gray and almost a bit black. And it's just this huge bush like this with these things. It's amazing. So cool to see, to get full visuals. It's always cool, or this isn't a full visual, but to get visuals is always cool. And this is a huge plant, like it's massive. It's like a bush like this. It's incredible. Look at the type of plant life that we have here. Isn't it wonderful? Very, very interesting types of plants that we find. This bush that I just drew, it is very salty. It tastes very salty inside, very much salt. Doesn't have to be sodium chloride salt, but it could be potassium, phosphorus, I don't know, but a salt, very high amount of salt. Tastes salty on the tongue as well. And that has to do with it. So this plant that I just drew, this is RV data. It's very salty because that helps the plants to pull in water because of like osmosis. If you have a high concentration of salt, water will go there through osmosis because of the concentration gradient. And I know this osmosis, I know from school, but the plant has a lot of salt so that it will pull up more water. Presumably it's in an arid environment where there isn't so much water, so it's able to snatch more water than it normally would by having a high salt concentration. A plant I drew which has which has sections like phalanges of the finger, is big, like a big bush that way. These sections contain a high amount of salt, not necessarily sodium chloride salt, but the high salt content causes more water to come inside the plant through osmosis and concentration gradient, probably suggesting it lives in an arid environment. So this is another trick that it uses to take in even more water. I just wanted to write that down, it was cool. You know, once you're getting to the type of detail that, like, you're even seeing the plants and the leaves, like it's going really good. We just need to get this kind of data on the things that matter. I'm pretty sure the plant isn't the target. So, but we're definitely opening up the detail here. I just grabbed the life form element impression from the target number on this paper on my table. So I'm going to use a, let's use DS probe on it. Trees, ducks, bugs, tiny little small fish swimming upstream in a small river. The nose is very big. Tree branches, things hanging from the tree branches. Insects crawling, insects. I saw a brown and white striped zigzag patterned insect which is oblong and has wings on its back. And it was walking. Lots of insects. Cups filled with a liquid, like a brine. Interesting stone formations. It reminds me of the Rainbow Hills. There are these mountain formations. I'm not sure where they're located, but it looks like a rainbow. Looks like these like mountains, and it has like pink colors. It has pink, like pinks and orange. Like mountains. So what do I think this target is? Well, it's this place for sure. It's something not so modern. Could be set in the past or just in a very, very rural area with some history like that. Like, just looking at this, you can kind of see everything. I haven't drawn the building so much, but yeah, let's keep going. The gate. So let's look at the gate. The gate has no inscriptions on it. There's some big brown apples, like half rotten fruits here. They're very big. They're all soft and brown on one side, like rotting. Yeasty fruit. Fermenting. Already have like gas bubbles inside. Fizzy apples from the fermentation. Water. Lots of water comes here to this place. Someone with some really weird woolly underpants. A person wears strange woolly big underpants, white and like big round, and had no other clothes on at this time. It was like really big, almost like a round ball around the hips and pelvic area, like shorts or pants, very woolly, like stuffed, padded is the word, like thick padded. I've never seen anything like it. The teeth, this person lost all the teeth here. The teeth just fell out. Should we look at what the target is? I feel like I'm not done. I always feel like I'm not done yet. Okay, we have the bell. Let's focus on the bell. The bell is significant. It's a tall thing like this. So let's look at it. There are people under the bell. Okay, so let's focus on the bell. Bell. There are people under it, or at the bottom, inside it. So it's very big because the people were small. It's hidden in a forest. I feel a woman here. It's nothing exciting. Water pours over it. There's a lot of shoes and feet here. The shoes had stepped into manure outside. I got that again. The shoes are like a rectangle with two blocks spaced apart and then just strapped around the foot. Very, very base, very, I wouldn't even say primitive. It's just very, very odd. I mean, if you have a lot of poop and animal manure, maybe even people's manure outside, then this shoe would make sense because your foot is on a flat rectangle And then you have these two rectangle blocks, one here and one here on the shoe, and all tied with a rope string around your foot. So it's basically allowing you to not walk with your foot in the manure. It does what it's meant to do, this shoe does. No windows on the bell. Weird clothes. The coat is so weird. The coat has... The coat is... The coat is big on the front. It's like... comes out like this. Like it doesn't go against the body. It's here and then it's empty here. Very strange. The bell is water filled on the top, as if it's underwater. Person sitting on a chair. Some kind of deer with deer ears. A deer, a small Bambi kind of deer. Little one, beige. Horses. A small beige deer, horses, or similar, could also be donkey or similar animal at this stage. At this stage, we don't really know, but this kind of animals. Cookies. Sweet cookies. They're kind of thick and a bit soft. And a bit like this. I have to draw the shoes. They're so weird. I keep seeing the shoes. So it's like this rectangle, right? And then under it is these two pegs, and then the foot is here. And then this rectangle. It's kind of weird, but that's what we have. So strange, these shoes. guess that's just to keep you from standing in the manure, stepping into the manure. I feel like it goes just as it's weird. It could be early impressions. You know, it could be unfinished. It's just what we have is weird. I mean, it's not much different from shoes we have today. In shoes we have today, most people have this thing on the back, but the front is covering most of the foot and not empty in the middle. It's almost like our shoes, really. The thing at the back, the small heel, most women's and men's shoes at least used to have. So I guess it's not so weird after all. I should look at the bell more, but let's look at the feedback. 2010. I don't want to see it yet because I'm nervous. Okay. It's on the screen. I saw it's, I just looked a bit and it said like the saint. I'm just gonna vibe with it for a while. The St. Louis Arch, USA, drone footage. St. Louis Arch. I don't want to look at this video. I want to look at other pictures of it. Well, that's the that's gonna be the bell. Well, that's interesting. Why was I taken into a different time and place? Look at the video for some clues. Hmm. Why do I have grave and the past? Like, I'm not struggling to accept this target as the target, so there's nothing repelling me to make me not go there. Why did I go into the past? Let me ask RV. RV, why do I seem to have gone somewhere else than the intended target? You have not, RV said. But the intended target was the St. Louis Arch. Oh, was it? I did not know that, RV says. What's going on? Where did you go to, RV? I was having a fun time there at first. I don't know. RV, why did we fail this target? This intended target? We have not. How did we not fail if the target is the St. Louis Arch? We have no further comment. Who am I talking to? The Watchers. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's not so much the place or the, like the bell could be the arch not fully investigated, but the time period. Is there a grave there? And the grave captured me and took me to the time of the grave? Like, what's going on? I don't understand. I don't mind failing a target if I understand why it failed, then it's actually interesting. But I don't understand this one. For the record, this subset of the target pool that has video feedbacks, I think I failed all of them so far. I don't know why. I've done a few of them, and the target is a video such as the one that shows this arch. And I have struggled tremendously with these particular targets. I don't always know why RV does the way it does. Remote viewing isn't me, it's something else. I usually do really, really good on 90% of my targets. This is the one that didn't do what we thought it would do. I mean, I can kind of see that the bell that I said could be, maybe I should have investigated the bell even more. But it's the time period that puzzles me. I'm in a different time. And this is a modern object, so something is a bit weird. Let's see, where is St. Louis? Where is this structure located? The Gateway Arch. History of the national park. Do we even know the history? I went way back. And I don't think we know the history in America. I don't think they know. And I went to a time where there was no written record. Where is it located? St. Louis, Missouri. I want to understand. Where did we actually go? We went here. We're very north. I don't understand. I really need to understand, because usually when RV doesn't go where we try to send it, then there's usually it went somewhere else, or there's a reason that becomes obvious after a while. The sensations were so real that, I mean, RV did do something. Knowing myself, I don't think I was in my imagination. Something happened here that I don't understand. Again, I look at the target number on my paper and I get the life form signal. So let's just look at it again. Dusty, the hat, bugs, old wood materials. Why? Why? Is there a secret history of this? Like, how? Why? Geological history of Missouri. I don't understand. I mean, a target signal from an intended target is the pull, the attractor of the intended target from on the target number. If there's something else pulling more strongly, then RV can be wired differently. I fail very, very rarely, so I'm always curious when I do. Sometimes it's a displacement that I see a video or a picture soon after target and it has a stronger attractor for me. I still see the life form signal on this number. I do not understand this one. RV is not me, and I do not always understand what RV does. I just know that remote viewing works, for me at least, most of the time. About 90% of my targets are really, really good. I still had a very interesting session. I don't know. If I find out, I will record an update.